Hello, I'm Radka Busina, and I'm veterinarian at Bloom Pet Hospital in Yelm, Washington. And I'm recording this primarily for my clients. As you can see, I finally got away, and I'm enjoying it very much. Thinking about you though. And I figure this may not really hurt for my colleagues, especially new grads. This field is difficult. There is tremendous shortage. And over the decades that I've been practicing, I think with the help of my colleagues and my friends, I think I developed some kind of a recipe to hopefully stay sane in this changing world. So first of all, the big question we all get at the practice, what's happening? I'm not seeing veterinarian, I cannot get in, when is it going to get better? Well, by the research, it is going to get worse. Even prior to pandemic, there was supposed to be 15,000 veterinarian shortage in this country. I'm quite sure it escalated after COVID. Whoever could got an animal for company, whoever could stay home. 80% of veterinarians these days are women. We have children, so whoever could lighten up the load or stay home did. And so that puts us in a position where the animals were not able to really get seen even for emergencies. The emergency clinics at capacity was a new word and situation for all of us. It's becoming a second normal. So what our hospital did, and this is a talk to my clients, is we developed, an answering service where we had one emergency line, and I cannot overstress how important it is to leave one message on this phone system. Now, the emergency line was truly meant for emergencies, and I was urging my girls to answer it no matter what. However, we had phone calls along the lines of, I cannot get through and I need an appointment for vaccines, or I need a refill of flea medication. And these messages or these phone calls were common enough that unfortunately it ruined it for everybody. We're trying to reestablish it back because, as you know, a lot of our veterinarians retired or had to go part-time, and so I, like many of other colleagues, am working for three. I have two surgeons that were helping, both of them retired, one for medical reasons, one for other reasons. And so I really cannot spend the face-to-face time with the clients, hence I'm doing this video, trying to join the technology wave, I guess, that I was really resisting for the longest time. But it is unrealistic for us to really see every client, every puppy training talk, absolutely every part of our job that really could be done by well-trained staff. So I have two technicians now, Dawn, that is newer to us, and Elizabeth, that are fabulous at what they do. I oversee every case, however, I will not be able to really have the face-to-face time with everybody. The cases that are complex, I will be having the face-to-face with all of you, or potentially a personal phone call. Back to the phone system. If you leave us one message, the girls are working and staying late to answer every single phone call. The exception to the rule, a new client that was needing to get in for a routine thing, that has the last priority. So our clients come first. We will try to answer the emergency line. If it's used properly, you will get through if you truly do have an emergency. And remember that I can stand there and chit-chat with you or save 3 lives. I've flown recently, and I've heard very frustrated client trying to get an update on their pet. I do understand this. However, remember when I heard the grumbling about veterinarian that she or he is not getting on the phone with them, that there is a lot that goes behind the scene, and the animals are truly dying if we are not using our time wisely. One example, and that's not made up sadly, I live in Washington State. I got this sad case of cat literally rotting alive. And when I inquired why it was not seen before, this owner, desperate, basically told me that for past 4 days they were trying to get in between Seattle and Portland. So the crisis is real. There is really no point blaming my staff for not being able to get you in when you feel like you should be seen. We really truly do the best we can, and I'm sure everybody out there. Now, for the new graduates, do find a mentor. I am planning to do a little series for the clients, and maybe you could use some of this as well on the common scenarios that repeat themselves that don't necessarily have to be addressed at the highest level. Do take care of yourself in a way that one colleague of mine told me years ago that he burns out every 3 months. And when I started paying attention, it is true. It's not sign of weakness, that's just a fact. And considering that we have one of the highest suicide rates in this profession, do pay attention. That thought never crossed my mind, and I've been in the field for a long time, but I've lately decided I will take a week off every 3 months because the alternative is very, very sad. Time off and a good mentor can really make the world of difference. I appreciate your time. I miss you all. I hope I will see you in person and not on an emergency basis. I hope this situation will somehow balance itself. It's out of my hands to control it. And I hope to see you soon, whether in person or through this new technology in person.